Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name, as always, is Bloodstained Wings, and today we're celebrating Pride Month. Now, I know what you're thinking. This outfit doesn't look very prideful and colorful and rainbow, but it's because we are going to be painting a very special dress. This is a butterfly dress that is a representation of a case of intersexed within butterflies. This is called, and I'm gonna say it wrong, and I will proceed to say it wrong probably 3 different ways during this video, but bilateral gynandromorphism, something like that. It is a very rare, very special case in which half of the butterfly is male and half of the butterfly is female, and it's split directly along the middle. This also exists in birds and bugs and other creatures, and it is particularly noticeable when the males and the females of the species look completely different, as in the case of this beautiful butterfly. And so I decided it would make a lovely painting to do for Pride, as well as be a calendar painting for the month of June in my upcoming calendar. BSW, you have calendars? Yes, I am going to have a calendar available at the end of this year, so please stay tuned for more details in regards to the butterfly and moth dress calendars. But without further ado, let's get into painting this painting. All right, I'm really excited about this painting because it's now June. As I explained in the intro, hopefully, this is a very, very rare condition, but is very cool. Condition? I don't know, state of being? Sure. I'm gonna say it wrong, but I'm gonna try to say it anyways. This is a case of bilateral gynandromorphism. I hope I said that right. It is a scientific curiosity, I suppose, that happens very rarely, but it does happen. And it is when a creature is distinctly different between being male and female, and yet sometimes they are both male and female, but they are not just both, but they are split both directly down the middle. I am starting with the gesso underlayer because I figured, why not do it all on stream this time? You know? I am using a water tank brush that I got from like a dollar store, like it's real cheap. And I am going to be using gouaches for this. And this is going to be the month of June in the calendar as well. So for anybody who doesn't know, actually, I don't think I've talked about it on the YouTube. So you guys might not know, but I am going to be doing a calendar this year. And the theme for the calendar this year is moth dresses. I believe this might actually be a butterfly, but you know, you're gonna forgive me on that, and it's gonna be close enough that it'll be okay. And the idea here is that this is a representation of intersexed, which is very like rare in nature, that things are both male. Actually, it's pretty rare in general. you don't meet a lot of people who are this. So if you know anybody who is, you should feel very, very special, because they are not the everyday kind of people. Yeah, but I figured they should be included as well in everything, as the LGBTQ plus does include in that plus. It does include I, which is intersexed. Does this perfectly represent everybody who is intersexed? No. Should you base your assumptions on everyone who is intersexed based on this one butterfly? No, not even slightly. So don't come at me for that at all. We're in this together. We are learning together. And as we learn and discover new things about nature and people and life, we're allowed to make mistakes and learn and grow together. And I feel like that's something that is very often overlooked. That, people learn, people change, people grow. Science changes, grows, and learns as people do as well. People sometimes get very insistent. Oh no, science said this, and therefore it will always be that. And that is very specifically not true. Science is all about asking questions and revisiting things multiple times and looking at things multiple times. Yeah. Funnily enough, this dress pattern that you see here, I actually do have. This is the, there's a bunch of different patterns of dresses that are like this, but this one in particular was based on one that I have that I genuinely enjoy. I think that it is a very beautiful pattern. And I'm really excited to be able to draw it and make it something that is super special. At least I think this is super special. Pride Month has a special place in my heart. And I just feel like there's been a lot of progress in my lifetime in regards to pride and how people think about people who are in the LGBT. I mean, even that in and of itself, growing up, it was just like the overarching term of gay for everyone, and that was that. And now it's not so much like that. Even the term queer has changed, where things have changed. Language, you guys, is cool and interesting and sometimes extremely frustrating, so that's how language be. Now we get into all the fiddly bits of the face, which is really, really nerve-wracking. She's got a nose. She's got eyes. This is how things get really messed up. Oh yeah, she's got another eye. Do they look the same? No. Is that okay because this is an example of things being different on both sides? Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm okay with that. Maybe everything is totally fine with that. All right, let's start with the lighter colors and then go towards the darker colors. I do have a sketch here that I am following, and so we're gonna start with yellow. Oh, that was way too much water. That's good. So that's a great start. We've already overly saturated our water, and everything is weird. Good. This goes here. Like so. I am not going to tell you which side is male or female for multiple reasons. One, I drew this a long time ago and I no longer remember. And B, they are both beautiful creatures when it comes to this butterfly. This is the Poplio, more Latin names that I'm not good at. Iaglaci? Sure, let's go with that. That sounds great. I'll write it out later, but that's what that is. That's what this is. It is a beautiful, like, turquoise-esque butterfly. It is actually a butterfly, even though this is a moth dress series. I did do a butterfly. You'll have to forgive me. One of them is a butterfly. But that's okay. I wanted it to be a butterfly. So it was just because I thought this was extremely beautiful, and I loved that. I'm gonna say it wrong again. Here it goes. Bilateral gynandromorphism. Listen, you try saying that. All right. I need a bit of black because these lines, actually it's more of a brown. Can we get more of a brown? Of course we can. We just kind of wiggle our brush around on the brown until we get more of a brown. There we go. You see? You can't because I haven't done anything with it yet, but trust me, it is a little bit more brown, and that's how I'm going to do these lines. These very classically butterfly-like lines. Now I did remove the actual butterfly body. It's just the wings, and this is the top wing and the bottom wing, and the same on this side. This is the top wing and the bottom wing. Just in case you're wondering why this looks a little funky, that is why. And then this part here is filled in. I hope you guys are having a lovely summer so far. I know that my workplace has picked up a lot, and we are very busy, and it's been kind of nice to be busy again, actually. As much as I might complain about having to do actual work. Ew, actual work? What is this? It's kind of refreshing to have work again and be busy. Previously, it's been a lot of barely working. Having other people be like, no, that was my ticket. Which has its own charms, but not quite the same as it actually being busy. We have like thousands of tickets in the queue again, which is very nice. If anybody is really super curious about what I do for a job, I screen locate requests for underground communication and hydroelectricity companies, but you know, I'd rather do this. I'm actually filming this on a Friday and had a lovely day today at work. I did a lot of work and I feel really proud about myself for doing the amount of work that I did, and it felt really good actually to just do a lot of work again, because like you can come away from a work day and be like, yeah, you know, I did that, and that there's some pride that comes with that, knowing that like you did a lot of work, I guess. I'm just darkening this up because it needs to be much darker. Yeah, like productivity. You should never judge your value based on your productivity at all, ever. But like, it feels good sometimes to do that, I guess. There we go. Yeah. At least when you're productive, it feels good to judge based on you being productive. As long as you aren't stressed about it. The moment it gets stressful, that's the part where it's a problem. So don't get stressed about it, and then everything will be fine. That's the secret. Don't get stressed about it. There we go. Looking good. All right. More of this browny, blacky kind of color. Man, one of the great things about gouache is that you can just keep blending it, which is really nice. That's what I like so much about oils, is that you can just like constantly blend. And I find that with gouaches you can do the same thing, which makes me really, really like gouaches. Because when you re-wet them, they activate again, which is really, really nice. It's one of the reasons I don't like acrylic, is because you're so hard committed to whatever color happens, and that's it. You're just committed to it, and that bothers me a lot. I would much rather not have that hard commitment to a color, just because I find that it's a lot easier to like mix colors on a larger scale when you see it in the painting, like in context to other colors and other things going on your canvas. And like it's easier to judge when you see it all together whether or not it's too dark or too light, or if it's like brown enough or it needs to be like more red. Those kind of things are just like easier to tell when it's actually on the canvas as opposed to not on the canvas, which makes it like really hard to tell, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just being weird. These things all kind of fade upwards, so we're just kind of adding some water and just fading upwards. I'm just taking a little bit that's on here and kind of spreading it about. But yeah, like this has a harsh line, and I can just wiggle this about for a while and it'll stop having a harsh line and start blending together. Which is just, like, I love that about gouache, that you can just do that. Like, it just gives so much more, I don't know, flexibility, I guess, when it comes to painting with it. But it also dries super fast, which means it's really good for when you want to do a fast painting and you don't feel like sitting here for like 3 hours, or when you're like, okay, I finished my painting and now I have to wait 6 days for it to dry. Because oils are like that, where you have to wait a long time for them to dry. So, you know, I guess every medium has its like positives and negatives to it. Because nothing beats the blending of oils. It's just perfect blending. And this is good. Like, don't get me wrong. This is good. It's just, it's not perfect. Whereas with oils, it would be absolutely perfect. And that is one of the drawbacks to not painting with oils. But at the same time, then you have to wait for everything to dry. So it's really a matter of what things are you willing to sacrifice when painting to decide which kind of medium you're going to like better than the others. Because I find everybody has a medium that they tend to gravitate towards. Once they start painting profusely, they're like, you know what, I'm gonna explore other mediums. And then once they do, they're like, you know, I really like this for this particular reason. I know a lot of people like acrylics because they dry fast, and that is like the reason they like them. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand. That's kind of why I like gouache. I just don't like how it doesn't blend as well. And same with gouache, it doesn't blend as well. There's always kind of this suggested line of where it once was blended. But I mean, you can use that to your advantage fully when painting, so it just depends on what you're painting and how you paint, how you like to paint. Because like I said, there's benefits to every kind of painting. The reason I don't like watercolor is that I find it extremely unforgiving. Like, you have to preserve those whites. You can't just put whites in later, and I don't like that. That is not how I paint. So I don't like watercolor for that reason in particular. But like I said, everyone has their reasons why they like things or why they don't like things, so it totally makes sense. Okay, now that we have done that one bottom wing, I feel pretty good. I think we should do the top part and start getting into these lovely teal kind of colors. I'm very excited about it because I really like this color. I think it's really beautiful. And I can't wait to like mix this color and have it like exist. Because it's a really like vibrant teal, essentially, and it's really, really beautiful. And basically what I'm going to do is kind of flood this whole plane with it. Yeah, look at how beautiful that color is. Right, like, and then we just need a little bit more of that color over here. And then we're going to get slightly more blue. And we're just going to blend those together. And then hopefully this part is more blue. Oh yeah, getting more blue. This part in the middle is like a black, kind of dark navy color, so I'm not overly concerned about it. All right, now using this same color, because there is actually some of this color on this side, it's over here. This is so beautiful. I'm very glad that I'm painting this, and I feel very happy, and thank you for joining me so I can just be happy and paint something really pretty, because yeah, this is really pretty. Starting to get slightly more green as we get over here. And then it starts getting like really green. Try to blend these together a little bit better. There we go. Oh yeah, that's looking up pretty nice. And now we get to do burst of bright yellow right there. It's just like this. I swear, you guys, this is one of the most beautiful butterflies I have literally ever seen in my life. And I've never seen it in real life. I just saw pictures of it and went, wow, I want to paint that. So yeah, thank you for letting me do this. Again, this is part of my calendar series in which I will be having calendars available probably closer to the end of the year so that they can be for next year. I'll see if I can do another butterfly painting on YouTube for you guys so you get to enjoy me enjoying this process. And see if we can get maybe one in September, and then an announcement in regards to when all of this is actually coming out, because you need to know. Inquiring minds need to know. Trying to get a nice darker blue going on over here. I'm just mixing on my brush. Okay, let's see if this is a good blue. Ooh. But yeah, the plan is to have this available as a calendar for you guys to enjoy. I will be making an official announcement as soon as I have all of them done. Obviously, it's a calendar, so there needs to be 12. And I don't quite have 12 at all situated. Although by the time this comes out, I might be closer to 10. So look out for updates in regards to this whole thing. Because there should be some fanciful updates as soon as I can. There we go. And this comes in over here. I feel like this always takes a little bit longer than oil paints because I have to mix the color like every time. I'm trying to like mix it the same color every time, which is a little bit difficult. And the like consistency, I guess, is not always the same. Sometimes it's a little more watery, which makes it a little bit lighter. But that's the joy of learning a new product, learning a new skill, you know, learning a new medium, is that you get to learn. That's better. Yeah, more butterfly-esque. And then there is a little one that goes across here. Like so. And then the lines in between all of these things are also that color. So I'm just gonna try to grab some of it on my thinner brush. Let's see if we can get a little thin line, but actually have some consistency to it, and not just a thin line that doesn't really exist. Needs to be a little bit more wet in here. There we go. And I also made more of this color, so I should be able to get a little bit more. My sketched lines are very, very faint right now underneath this all, but we'll see if we can't just suggest them into existence. There we go. That looks approximately correct. There. Butterfly shoulder. All right, now we have to do the other side. Man, I am having so much fun with this. Guys, let's do this all the time. What do you think? What do you think if I just become a channel that does this painting? Because this is so much fun. Alright, and then this kind of gets lighter as it goes in. So we'll see if we can use this brush and just kind of pull the color down. That was pretty much what I wanted it to do. Got a little bit watery at the end there, but just gonna come in here, draw a few more of these lines. There we go. Oh man, I really like the way it comes over the boob like that. That's cool. That's fun. That's funky. It's amazing. And you can already see like they're completely different. Even though this is like the same breed of butterfly, it is just that one of these is male and one of these is female. And I mean, honestly, with butterflies, like, unless you really study butterflies, I'm sure you guys have no idea which one is which. And like I said earlier, I'm not gonna tell you. If you want to look up this butterfly and find out yourself, please feel free. Please feel free. I won't stop you. But I am not gonna tell you which one is which, because I think this is just so beautiful as it is that we should just enjoy it for what it is here. There we go. Now the paint's flowing. There we go. That beautiful dark blue. And then it gets almost black on the outside here, so. Boop. Boop. There we go. Now I just need to fill that part in with this almost black blue. And then I can add the details through here. And then we have ourselves a beautiful butterfly dress. Now, for anybody who is questioning as to whether or not I'm going to make this as a dress, the answer is no. This is not possible to make as a dress. It's just not. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. I know that there are some very talented seamstresses out there who might be able to make this into a dress, but no. I don't think that I could, although I do have this dress pattern. It's not a matter of the dress pattern, it's a matter of these like edges and the volume of it, and like I'd have to hand paint this whole thing, and like hand painting an entire gown is just, that's asking a lot. It's asking a lot, all right? I'll just say it out loud. I'll say what everybody's thinking. No. I hope that answered your question in the, most accurate and satisfying way. I had another dress that I did like this, where it was a beautiful drawing, and people were like, oh my god, you need to make that into a real dress. And I was like, yeah, I literally can't. It's not a thing that can happen. Don't ask. But I figure you're gonna ask anyways. You're the internet. You kind of are obligated to. So, figured I'd answer the question before it was asked. All right. Okay, just needed a little bit more water and patience. I think I always need more patience. I don't know about you guys, but I have a high tendency to be very, very impatient. How are you guys with your patience? Especially if you're a doctor. Get it? You're welcome. I'm sorry. But like I'm not, but like I am, I guess. I don't know. Should I be? 6 people in chat. Yes. One person. No. Just rounding off these edges so they look a little nicer. There we go. Yeah, look at that. All right, we just need a little bit more of that teal color. Ooh. With that bright green, really brighten it up, because there is a little bit down here on this side of the butterfly. Is that possibly and arguably the other wing? You'll never know. You will never know. Because in fact, I don't know. And that is why it is getting painted. There we go. Just making sure I got everything here. Just checking my reference. Yeah, I love how like this one is like brown and this one is like blue and like crazy bold. It's amazing that this is the same thing. Just one's a boy, one's a girl. Well, half of it is a boy and half of it is a girl, I should say. Because this thing is its own unique thing. Which is just wonderful. I love that nature includes such beautiful variety within it, and that we just get to enjoy that beautiful variety. And it makes me very happy to see this kind of, I don't know, diversity in nature. Yeah, diversity in nature. Love to see it. I am gonna, actually I just loaded my brush up with brown to give her brown hair, and now I'm thinking maybe it should be blonde to like bring in the yellow here, but no, I'm gonna stick with the brown because it's supposed to be based off of the body of the creature is what the hair is supposed to be colored, and this creature is, well, I mean technically it's like black in the middle, but we're going brown, because brown is close enough. Just gonna clean this large brush. And then come in here and spread this about. There we go. There, lovely. Lovely and brown. And things can be lovely and brown. I don't know anybody who would argue against that. So that's just a statement of life. There are plenty of things that are brown and beautiful, like trees. Lots of trees are brown. People often choose brown as their like neutral color for their house. You know, that's a thing. And then there's like all kinds of like bunnies and cats and dogs that are brown and beautiful. So yeah, like I said, no one's gonna argue against that. I don't know why I brought it up. Sometimes when you work all day and then you record yourself doing something that you're not really thinking about, weird things happen in your brain. I kind of really understand some of those like gamers who like say weird things and they get trapped saying weird things and it gets quoted and you're like, nah, listen, when you're just doing, you're just doing. I hope you guys are having a good time though, chilling near the end of this video. Her hair needs to be like more brown. More brown. There we go. More brown. Yeah. That's better. And then now we can blend that out and it'll be beautiful. Aha! Oh man, I had so much fun with this. This is truly a delight and I was really worried I was gonna have a hard time with this. And I definitely did not. I had a beautiful and wonderful time and I'm really truly glad and grateful that this turned out so well. I'm just gonna try to get some quote-unquote flesh tone, like a soft pinky kind of color. I'm trying really hard because my pink is very resistant to being picked up, really. It just doesn't want to be picked up. Let's get some real pink in there, maybe it'll help. There we go. All right. Got a nice like dusty pink kind of color, hopefully. Yeah. For the lips. There. Dusty pink lips. Very subtle. Very beautiful. All right. Oh, I forgot to write the name of this beautiful creature. Oh, I'm the worst. How dare I do that? Let me just get some black paint here so I can write out the name. There's the papilio, which means butterfly as far as I understand. So that's why I'm like, this one's definitely a butterfly. I definitely do not remember if that's an L or an I at the beginning. So there's that. Z. I ran out of paint. There. Name of butterfly. Now on painting. Perfect. So, there it is, the wonderful, the beautiful, the gorgeous Papilio leglaci. Sure, I'm going to say that wrong. And also the bilateral gynandromorphism. So half of this is male, half of this is female. It is a real thing that really happens in nature. It is very, very rare and it is very, very special and I treasure it immensely. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a lovely Pride and that you are very inclusive to all of the letters of the alphabet. I hope to see you guys next month. Thank you again to all of my Patreons who are with me, continuing to be with me and do wonderful things. You guys are the best. And I will see you guys next month. Mwah! Bye.